This is Beth Rogers with KRVN, The River and Cami, and I am excited to bring you tonight's Flavor of the Fair from the Nebraska State Fair. This is going to be a really fun one. I'm actually back with Fantasy Drone Shows of Norfolk. They're the folks that are putting on the drone show here at the State Fair during the weekends. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, this is actually going to be the last show for the year. It's been a lot of fun. They've adjusted the show for 4-H and FFA. You'll see special elements. I know last week they had a corn dog. This week they have some special surprises. And of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this: Platte Valley Auto of Lexington and Kearney, Heartland Chevrolet of Lexington, and Pony Express Chevrolet Buick of Gothenburg, and Pony Express Ford of Minden. These are all the folks that have brought us all these fun flavors of the fair. And we hope you enjoy this back scenes look at what all goes into making one of these fantastic drone shows.
I'm Don Wisniewski, the owner of Fantasy Drone Shows. We're based out of Norfolk, Nebraska. Down here, we're so excited and proud to be part of the Nebraska State Fair going on. This is actually our first state fair that we've been able to ink a contract with to do a drone show for. So this is exciting for us. We put a really cool show together telling the story of state fairs. Last weekend it was all about 4-H. This week it's all about FFA, amongst other things that are in the sky. We also brought pyrotechnics with it. So we do start off with a few pyrotechnics, wakes the crowd up a little bit, gets their excitement going in one direction, and then all of a sudden the drones pop in, where a lot of people have never seen drones before at a drone light show. So it gets their attention going that way. Then we do a drone show. Our last scene we put up is really cool. We have a big US flag that we put up, and there's a bald eagle above it. And we let that go for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then we start fireworks behind it. Really creates a real cool photo op. And then the drones all come back home as the fireworks show continues on with a really cool little finale. So yeah, it's a lot of fun putting this stuff all together.
So I was interviewing some of the other people, but tell me how many drones you have out here.
We brought 400 drones for this show. We'll go in the air with about 350 of those drones. The rest of them are sideliners. It's kind of like a football game. If somebody out there in the main field's not working right, we're going to swap them out with one that is working right.
Tell me kind of what it takes to put this on.
Well, when we got started with this and kind of made the contact with Carly here at the State Fair, the first step that we had to do was come up with a storyboard, because we want to tell a story in the sky. That's exactly what we're going to do. So we came up with that storyboard, and they were very, very helpful as far as this is what we want in the sky. And then we turn it over to our lead designer, Scott, and then he just designs the drones, and he puts all the animation to them, puts all the light chases and the movement and stuff like that. I can't even tell you how the program works, because I've never touched it before. I don't think he'll even let me touch it. It's like, hey, get out of here, leave me alone. But so we put that together. We get a rendering put together from the actual audience's perspective by using Google Earth images and such. And we give that back to the customer, and they say, yeah, that's great, or let's change this or that. God forbid we spell something wrong, have the wrong font, maybe the wrong color, whatever it might be. They approve it, and then the contract is inked, and we go to work and finalize everything and come down and pull the show off. It's really kind of fun from step one all the way through the whole process, dealing with the customers. I've always said we don't look for jobs, we look for relationships. I can get jobs all day long if we want them, but relationships mean more. If we can help build events and stuff like that for communities, that's a lot more important to us. We love to build relationships and do what we say we're going to do and help them out as far as their event, whatever it may be, whether it's a wedding, a state fair, or county fairs, Husker football games, volleyball games, things of that nature.
So you were telling me that you are part of the Husker fireworks at the home football games.
Yes, I've been thrilled to be part of the Husker pyrotechnics probably for about 15 to 18 years now. And one of those same situations, a lot of drone companies are born out of fireworks companies. Now, I don't own the company, I just work for J&M Displays, but we've been doing the fireworks down there, and there was a real cool story how we landed that job, because we actually got to John Cook, and John Cook was the first one to see a rendering that we put together. And my understanding, his exact words were, "That is sick, make it happen."
And you are specifically talking about Volleyball Day in Nebraska a year ago.
That was Volleyball Day, almost as a year and 1 day ago. So it was really cool to be part of that relationship that we built with the Huskers, because we had already been working with them with the pyro, but when we tried to tell the story of, hey, we can do drones for you, nobody understood exactly what that meant until they seen that rendering, and they're like, how is that even happening? We were asked after the show, how did we get that big screen in the sky to do that? Well, we didn't have a big screen. There's 200 drones in the air. Well, how many people does it take to do that? And we jokingly said, well, there's 200 of us running each drone. And we're like, no, it's just one person pushes a button and everything is pre-programmed. You just take graphics and give it flight commands and then tell it where to be from point A to point B and what to do with its light sequences and stuff like that. And then just do the show. It's really cool. The technology has come a long way in the last few years and able to tell that story. You can't, you know, fireworks are as exciting as they are. And I've been a fireworks guy for 30 plus years. I don't want fireworks to go away. Fireworks are really cool. But this added to it, or what we call a hybrid show, is really cool if you can put both mediums together and do fireworks and drones. But so yeah, that's how it just all comes together. It's just a lot of fun.
So how big is your crew here tonight?
We've got 9 people here doing the state fair, only because we have 400 people. So it doesn't probably take this many, but when you're doing a state fair and you're at a venue like this, we have plenty of volunteers that come and help. Our crew is probably made up of 6 full-time people, and then we have 3 or 4, 5, 6 others that do come and help us do shows that they're on standby all the time. And they, you know, for the Husker games, I'm sure they're all going to volunteer to come and help do those. But we do rely on a few of the extra helpers, not volunteers, but they're paid guys, you know, paid folks to come and help do it. But so we've got we work with about 10 people when we go out and do shows. We've got 2 crews. We got 400 drones, so we can go 200 drones each way. A normal show is around 150 to 200 drones. When you want to do something a little bit more spectacular, then you have to do a few more drones. About a month ago, we were up in Brainerd, Minnesota. We did a show with 1,800 drones.
Oh, geez.
And so when you do a big show like that, we probably had 30 people on site for doing that one. But yeah, it's been a fun business being out of little Norfolk, Nebraska. I've been in construction all my life. I wanted something different, so we kind of retired from some of those things and said, all right, what's different? Well, this is definitely different. And it really fit just because we've been in the fireworks world, and a lot of those customers, one of our salesmen is with J&M, is tied in with the NFL, the USL, the NCAA. So those folks were asking for this type of entertainment to be included with fireworks. So it just made all the sense in the world to put 2 of the mediums together like this.